Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is a Monday, so it is time for our Monday live stream. Hello Wicca, hello Celine, all those blue words out there. Wonderful. And hello Nightbot. Yes, Nightbot is definitely telling you where to get your My Coloring Corner merchandise. And hello all you awesome lurkers out there. And of course we are still coloring in the Mystical Lands Chronicles Book 2, Christmas Chrysalises and Crystals. Crystals and Chrysalises. Yeah, words are hard. Alrighty. So how is everyone? I hope you're all doing well. I'll let a couple of people come in and have a sip of my coffee. Because yeah, it's 6:30 at night and I need caffeine. Sharpen up some pencils here. How's Henry coming, Celine? Hopefully you all can hear me all right. Hello, Yana. Awake for the moment? Yes. Well, it is 9:30 there, so. Oh, I'm sorry your head's pounding. I will try to talk very quietly for you. However, I can't guarantee that Bob will. Awesome. All right, so I got the walkway done and I got the base layer on the grass and I did up the pumpkins, just the first layer on the pumpkins. So let's work on the grass, I guess, maybe. And then we'll move on up. Work from the bottom and move on up. All right, good. I'm glad that you guys can hear me. Don't know how many of you I will put to sleep, but that's okay. I'm going to zoom you in so you can see. Like I said, I don't know how many of you I will put to sleep, but I don't mind being a sleeping pill. I'm going to zoom you in. There we go. So you can actually see what I'm doing. Awesome, Yana. I hope you guys were able to listen to the chapter so you understand what is so important about the symbols on the gate. Hello, Alex. Welcome, welcome. If you haven't had a chance to listen to it, it is posted on Sunday, so you can take a look at or take a listen to it. I colored the baker, Mrs. Thimbleton, while reading to you all. Lurk away, lurk away. Just going through and putting in the shadow areas for the grass and the strands of the grass up. Now, if you listen to the reading, you will, or have read the first chapter, you'll know that when this scene happens in the story, it is dusk, the moon is coming up, the sun has gone down, so it's going to be a little bit darker in the grass. It is also autumn, so although autumn means very little to grass, if you take a look at my front yard, it's nice and bright and green. It means that it's gotten some rain. Well, I'm glad that you were off today because it was lovely chatting with you earlier, and having you here is always lovely. Did it put you to sleep? Did it give you a little nappy nap? If my voice puts you to sleep, just put it on double time so it won't put you to sleep as quickly, and you get through the video a little bit faster. Absolutely. Catching up in all of the things is, one of those things that we like to do. Keep you informed. Good evening, Ronnie. Thank you for coming. Good to see you. Yeah, when I very first started doing the YouTube stuff, a friend of mine from the 3D printing community told me that I work very well to put her to sleep, and she was a very heavy insomniac, and she had a lot of troubles falling asleep. And people in chat took it as a bit of an insult, and I did not. I think it's wonderful that I'm able to help somebody that has trouble sleeping actually get some rest, because, sleep is necessary. It's one of those things that you kind of have to do. So if my videos make you fall asleep, don't feel bad. I don't mind it. It does not insult me. It is actually a compliment to me, so I'm just going through and putting in the shadow areas with the turtle green. We are still using the Milan colored pencils. We will be all week. I did a Monday view of the Milan. I had already done the testing of them when I did the review. So if you want a more in-depth review of these pencils, um, it is available on a Friday video. Well, thank you. And hello, Ashley, if you're out there. She said she was going to lurk for a bit if she didn't fall asleep, but I told her that she would probably be asleep. And then I called her an old woman because it's only 9 o'clock. Hello, Sue. Happy Monday. Now I'm just doing little swirls to give it some texture in the grass. Going in a little bit harder in the shadow areas. And hopefully you can see it okay. Thank you, Sue. And Sue, just so you know, it has already been shipped and you should receive it tomorrow. Sue is one of the first winners of the Saturday giveaways. So for all of those out there that come and hang out on Saturdays, Karen has given me permission to do giveaways on Saturday. So she is giving away this book, one a week, which is very lovely of her. Just very lightly going in and putting in little tiny circles just to fill in that grass area. Give it some texture. Awesome. Can't wait to see which color in it. Little Bonnie. I love that she's starting to put the creatures in her pages. Hello, Joyce. Welcome, welcome. All right. Getting through it, getting through it. This is the tedious part because it's the same thing. So it gets a little boring for y'all. Yeah, I have issues with Instagram on my computer right now as well. I get to see one post and then everything else is just little tiny boxes. It's very weird. But on the phone, it's perfectly fine. It's just when I'm on my computer. And I don't like looking at it on my phone because it's so tiny I can't see anything. So under the areas where I want the shadows to be darkest, I'm pressing a little bit harder and then lifting my hand up for those areas that aren't going to be as shadowed, where I just want the texture. Now we've got two light sources, one way back here and one right here. So things down here are going to be a lot lighter than they are up here, but things close to the gate are going to have a little bit more light to it. So everything in the center ground here is going to be a little bit darker and have a little bit more shadow on it for the time of day that it is. I think you can. Like really, it took you less than a few hours to color the book page. You got that one done pretty quick, and you got this one done in a day. With the light source being here, that means that the shadows from these objects closest are going to be longer. So that's why I'm going darker, closer, and further back. And I know I'm getting way too technical and way too pristine on it, but that's just the way my brain works. Once I figured out and found out about adding shadows and stuff like that, it just went, okay, well, you gotta be realistic about it here. Oh, awesome, Wicca. Yes, yes. The holiday season shopping is going to be a busy one for you, that's for sure. I still have to go and get my turkey. I did get some Christmas shopping done via the Amazon. There's a few things I have to buy at the store, so I'm actually going to have to go out in public. I don't like public. Yeah, that's the joys of YouTube and a monetized stream. They have started rolling out the monetization YouTube stream things. So you will start getting on monetized streams, you will start getting the odd mid-roll um, advertisement. We won't get them all at the same time. Hopefully it doesn't interrupt your stream too much. I did not have the option to turn it off. The only thing I had an option to do was to minimize it or to maximize it, and I chose to minimize it, so hopefully you won't get too many of them. No, YouTube's not acting weird. It's just a change in the monetization. They think that they're helping us creators, and yeah, I think it's a pain in the tuchus, but yeah, and Shannon had the option to say, no, don't do that, but I didn't have that option. The option that I had was to either, and that it was only after I went in to the analytics itself and the monetization area itself, and I had the option of minimize or maximize um, revenue. So maximize, it would put them in more often. Minimizing it, it said that it was going to put it in less often. So I always choose less often to interrupt y'all. Okay, as long as it was a quickie. Yeah, it happens. B, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it's going to disturb you, and it. Corey put it in a good way, as the ads are basically how we get paid. So just think of it as it's a good way for you to support that streamer that is having to deal with the ads. Normally, I don't have ads playing on my live stream. I normally tell them no on the ads. If it is extremely disturbing, I will turn off monetization for the streams and not use the monetization from streaming. Aw. That works, B. That works. Unfortunately, it does mean that you have to go out and go back in though. This is YouTube's way of trying to comp uh, not compromise, to compensate the YouTuber, because quite literally we do this for fun and we do this for our own enjoyment, because for those that are smaller like me, there is no financial gain from it. Aw, thanks, Wicca. All right, now I'm going to go back through with the grass green. And again, these are a harder pencil, and they do actually really like coloring books, so building that color up is quite nice. You can get a nice amount of color from them. I'm going to add a bit of yellow, so I'm going to take tropical yellow. Yeah, I asked Bob if he wanted to do the full turkey this year or just the breasts, and he likes dark meat, so we'll do a full turkey. So I'm taking, oh, I'm off screen, sorry. I'm taking some tropical yellow and I'm putting it underneath where this lantern is for the glow that it's going to put on everything underneath it. I'm going to also come over here onto the stones a little bit. Just to put in that glow from the lantern. And then we're going to go back with our grass green, and we're just putting the top coat on top of the grass, blending in that shadow as well as that texture that we put in. And finishing off the grass. Hello, Jamie. How are you? I hope you're feeling okay. I hope you're feeling better and getting some rest. Thank you so much for coming in. Switch back to the light green and stayed off screen. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. Bob scared me earlier. The internet has been going in and out because, yeah, Spectrum. Um, and just before stream, like a half an hour before stream, he rebooted the modem and the internet went out. And it's like, are you kidding me? Don't you be doing that again today. I thought I was going to have to cancel stream. You're still lurking, 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 McGurky. I hope you're enjoying your din-dins. Thank you for the hearts. Awesome. I hope he does well. Bowling is fun. I like bowling. right. Not as magical as Tammy with my scribbles, but it works. Hello, Blue. How are you? Bonjour. Salut. All those wonderful things. Oh, yuck. I'm glad you're doing better, Jamie. Every once in a while the brain fog hits me, but I still can't taste as well. I can I'm started tasting little things. I'm not constantly tasting soap, which was really annoying. Everything tasted like soap. Coffee still tastes like soap. Yep, that's how Bob started too. And I forgot to put in the shadow under this pumpkin. We've got a big shadow area here. We'll come in with the light green. I know, it's horrible. I can taste, but everything tastes bad. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry that everything tastes bad. I'd rather have no taste than have everything taste bad. When everything started tasting like soap, it was horrible. Absolutely, Jamie. If you fall asleep, rest well, my friend. And you are fine. If you fall asleep, that's perfectly fine. All right, we're going to leave some of this up here because we're going to come in with the yellow for that. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Every once in a while I'll get this sudden coughing spasm and it's been a month. Go away. Don't like you anymore. I didn't like you in the first place. And I'm off screen, sorry. Oh, bronchitis. Yuck. to cure your insomnia. Either listen to Renee's stream or get COVID. No, don't get the COVID. Just listen to my stream. I promise I will try to put you to sleep. Going through with the tropical yellow. And I'm not worried that I'm getting it on the lantern itself because we want that yellow glow. And then we're going to come back in with our green. So this is the grass green. Like so. Just to make sure that you can still see that the grass is there. It's just got light on it. All right, so let's do the lantern. First of all, awesome. I'm going to take a sip of coffee. No, the more humid it got with the COVID, the more I coughed and the more I felt yucky. All right, so I need that, and I need this, and I need the yellow. Oh, I feel like I'm going to sneeze again. Oh, I'm sorry. Mustard yellow's fine, but I do need this one to be sharper. I'm sorry that you're all snotty. All right, so we're going to start with strawberry red in the very center here. The very edge of the flame. And then we're going to add watermelon red just to the center. Nice. Yeah, mouth breathing. Then we're going to take the tangerine. I'm going to take a little bit more of that red. A little bit more of the watermelon red. And then some tangerine. And a dry mouth too. Lightening my hand as I get closer to the top of the flame. And then we're going to come in with the mustard yellow. Now this is a gas flame, so it's quite a controlled burn. And then we're going to take that tropical yellow and we're going to fill in the lantern casing very lightly. Put a little bit on here, a little bit on here, and a little bit down here. Like so. Yeah. My youngest had RSV when he was a baby, so I have to be very careful with RSV because he can end up getting it again. And if he gets it again, he can end up getting extreme lung damage. So now I'm using Mediterranean blue just on the edge of the lantern, just to show the glass. Then we're going to take a little bit of turquoise. And we're just going to come in off of that. Put that shadow in there. Okay. Now we're going to go with lava red first of all, or lava brown, I should say. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. All right. So we're going to do this as a copper. So I'm going to start with lava brown. Yeah. Yeah, if you've had RSV, it can do a lot of damage the second time around. The first time around, it can do a lot of damage. Um, Bobby was a premature baby, so he was very susceptible to it. Preemies are more likely to get it than full-term babies. Yep, the kids will bring that stuff home for you just for the fun of it. Thank you for the hearts. Actually, I didn't want to do that. I'm going to do those in silver. Eraser time, eraser time. Where's my eraser? There it is, right in front of my nose. Although the little bit of red on it isn't going to really do anything. I want this to be copper. Thank you, Blue. I appreciate that. Merci. Okay, that I want silver, that I want silver. This part here will be copper. Now we're going to take a little bit of earth brown. Going into that red. Hello, Shannon. Get the puppies to bed. Remember to feed the cats. Sorry, concentration. Awesome. It's almost as good as putting the kids to bed. You know, oh, it's done. I can sit back and relax now. All right, and I want to put this in here and some black in that. A little bit of black up in the chimney. Because if you have burnt an oil lamp, you know that that chimney is going to have some black on it. It's going to have a bit of soot. All right, now for our orange. You can zone out. Zone out is fine. So I'm using the tangerine and blending those browns and reds together to give us that copper look. I might have to come in with a little bit more of the red brown, but this should give us close to a copper. Not a tarnished copper, just a happy copper. If I wanted it tarnished, I'd have to come in with a bit of green and tarnish it up. Which I could do, but I don't want to. I want it to be a happy copper. Alright, then we're going to come back in with the earth brown. Put in those shadows. little bit deeper. Like so. All right, and there's our copper lantern. Now we're going to add some gray and black for our silver parts. If you fall asleep, Wicca, fall asleep. Get some rest. Enjoy the rest of your days off before you have to go back to the dreaded day shift. Like how my voice did that for you. All right, coming through with that elephant gray. And then jet black. Like so. Then I'm going to blend it in with the elephant gray. I guess it looks more pewter than silver, but that's the thing with elephant gray is it's got a bit of brown in it, so it's going to look a little bit more pewter than silver. All right, now we're going to do the little bits on the side here. Just going right over top of that yellow. The yellow is there to give it a glow, not to replace the color. So we're still going to add that color to it. We're just going to keep that yellow glow. And the top area here, let's do this part here. I'm going to do the outer part in the black. And the center area in the gray. The locking mechanism. Thank you. Hello, Emily. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, if you put your lighter color down first, it shows under the color as a bit of a glow. We don't mind the grays deadening it down a little bit. That's why we use them, but it shows through a little bit better. Just going to go around this with some black in different areas. So it shows against the rocks there. Might have to come through with some brown on those rocks. On the stepping stones. But we're going to go around it with the black so that we can see it better. Same with this part. Adding a little bit more black than gray because of the stepping stones there. The stepping stones have quite a bit of gray in them, but I need to put some yellow in these ones just for the glow from the lantern coming up onto the stones here. So I'm just using mustard yellow and going into the stones close to the lantern, like so. Might have to take a brighter yellow maybe. Not quite looking as yellowish as I'd like it. That's better. That's better. All right. There we have our lantern. I will go around the edges of the glass with some white to make it look like glass. Same with the um, little marks there to make it look like glass. But we have our lantern done. um, shove him over? I have a response to that, but it is not YouTube friendly. If you want to see somebody spit their coffee out. All right, now we're going to let's do the mushrooms. And we're going to start with sand brown. And I'm going to stop, knocking everything over. Pillow to the face. Yeah, there we go, Shannon. I can make Celine spit her coffee across the room. Just with how to stop a man from storing. The rest of you won't understand it, but just gotta break the vapor lock. Celine knows the joke because I've told it to her, so. But unfortunately, it is not YouTube friendly, so I can't repeat it live. going through the under areas of the mushrooms here with the sand brown. I'm surprised Celine did not respond to that. There we go. How far did the coffee go, Celine? It is not YouTube friendly. Nope. I know it's not YouTube friendly, so I did not say it out loud. But Celine knows the joke, so every time I say it, it makes her spit her coffee. That's good. That's good. Hurry back, Shannon. Every time I see somebody saying their husband is snoring, it just immediately takes me there. I'm sorry. It's not my fault. Good. All right, now we're going to use wood brown in the shadowy areas. And for the neck area here, I didn't put a lot of that sand brown under here because I don't want it to completely deaden that color. So I'll come back through with the sand brown and fill it in. I just want it to be really light in the areas that I've left it off. So if I wanted it heavier, I would have filled that in, but because I want it really light in those areas, I left it off. I will be coming through with the elephant gray as well. Just to give them that mushroomy kind of look. Almost slimy, you know. No, I'm not. I'm not sorry at all. I had to visualize it for years and years and years after I heard the joke because my husband snores. And every single time it pops in my head. So I just passed it on to somebody that I care about, that I love, that I thought would enjoy it and get a good giggle out of it every time her husband snores. One of these days I'm waiting for you to try it and see if it's true. All right, now we're going to use that gray. So this is elephant gray. Just coming a little bit into the lighter area here. And then we're going to go back over it with the sand brown. Now because this one is close to the light, we're going to take that yellow and we're going to do our highlights. Now you can put the yellow in first and have it show lighter underneath the color, but because it's so close to that lantern, I wanted it to be brighter. Yes, but now I'm taking the tangerine and going around the edge. Then we will take that strawberry red and get into the shadowy areas. Like so. And that one's finished. Now we're going to do the same thing with this one back here. I'm going to take that gray, go into the light area. Blending that dark into the light. I'm going to take this and do that. I need the darker brown for that. Do the collar, and then we're going to take that sand brown. And again, because the light is here, we're going to add that yellow in the lighter areas here. Like so. Then we need our orange. And our strawberry red. Back to your stitching. Now that I've made you spit your coffee. And then, there we go. All right, now the same thing with this one. We're going to take our brown here. Just going to darken that up just a touch. Just a smoosh. A smoosh. Then we're going to take our gray. Again, this is the elephant gray. And then our sand brown. Dinner shenanigans are all done. Yay! And then our tropical yellow. And then for our top, because this has got more of a view, we're going to add a little bit more depth to this one. So we're going to put in our orange. And we're going to take our earth brown. Don't mind the hubby. He's talking to his friends in there. Oh, absolutely. You are fine. Welcome back, Shannon. You can lurk, dear. I don't mind. Especially when I know it's your dinner time and I know what time it is. And then our mustard yellow for the top to show that light. And I think I'm going to come in with a little bit of camellia pink. Just to give it that little bit of darker red tone. We'll go in through the back area as well. The underside of this part. And there we have it. So there's our mushrooms done there. Let's do some of these leaves. I'm going to take that dark green, so turtle green. Goodness, I've already been doing this for an hour and I've got the grass done and a lantern. All right, Amy, welcome to the Color Pixies. Thank you so much for subscribing. That's awesome. All right, Anime. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for your support. We're coming down the center area with the turtle green and just going into some of those veins a little bit. Because it is the start of fall, not into the depths of it. So we want a little bit of that green in there. Now we're coming in with the earth brown. Thank you so much for the hearts. Going a little bit darker as I get close to the center area and lightening it up as I come off of the center. We'll be adding a little bit of orange and a little bit of yellow, making them all pretty. Now we're going to go in with the mandarin. Speaking of those cute little heart things that are somewhat annoying when you don't have the screen ability to see past them, um, I do have the screen ability to see past them, so they don't annoy me at all. But do you find that some days they're there and then some days they're not? I find that sometimes when I go to other people's streams, sometimes they're there and sometimes they're not. It's very strange. Like today, for example, they're not there for me, so I can't, give you hearts back, where some days they are. Just going to blend that together, give it a little bit more of a leg. And then we're going to take that camellia pink and just give it a little bit more of a red in some areas. Yeah, it is very weird. It's just some places I don't see them, some places I do. And some days, it all depends on the day on where I get to see them. It's very interesting. Whose was I in today? Shannon's, and they were there. For you, they're always there? Interesting. Yeah, it's just an interesting thing that I observed is that some days I have them and some days I don't. There's a way to make them go away. Maybe. Maybe I figured it out accidentally and made them go away. All right, I'm going in with the Bougainvillea pink, the one I had so much trouble saying today while doing Art Matters. Just for these little flowers that are hiding out behind this mushroom here. And then we're going to take our green. We're going to do this big leaf here just to get it out of the way. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, some days they're there for me and sometimes they're not. Like, I don't know if you were able to take them away, but sometimes I don't have them on your stream, but sometimes I do. So I don't know. I've never seen a way for us to take them away, so I'm not sure. I think it's just YouTube says, yeah, you're in timeout. You've given too many hearts, so you don't get to see it today. Okay, well, enjoy your trip to the store, Alex. Drive carefully. It is the holidays out there, so, you know, it's getting close. People are crazy. Just saying. No problem. Oh, okay. Yeah, I only use StreamYard when I've got guests or when I'm trying to record multiple things at the same time that aren't going to line up, like the videos for the reading. Those do not line up, so I have to record them separately. I come in through the stem of the leaf here with the wood brown through the vein here, through the center vein. I'm using the same colors that I used before, the green, the tangerine, a little bit of wood brown on the center, and then the mustard yellow. And I'll come through with the bougainvillea, or not the bougainvillea, with the pink, the gardenia pink, or whatever it is, Camilla pink. And I'll show you that when I get there, just to give it a little bit of a red coloring, because we don't want them all to be the same. Camellia pink. Yeah, it's a really, really great idea. I just don't know how they. I just don't know how mine disappears with some streams and just doesn't disappear with others. Yeah, I found that because I have the chat on my secondary screen, that having it on the secondary screen, it makes it larger. So the placement of it is farther away than the writing on the stream, so on the chat, so it doesn't interfere with it at all. So if you full screen your chat, it actually gets rid of it, eliminates that. Well, it's like there's this weird blue dot on my, what is it? Ah, very cool. And Wickabella, welcome back to the Pixies as well. That's interesting. On my chat thing, it actually tells me who has subscribed or become members, which is awesome. Yeah, if you full screen on your secondary monitor or whatever, you can see all of the chat without it interfering with the chat. All right, so we're going to do this one here in browns. So I'm going to use sand brown first of all. Probably not the best one to do that with, but with the acorns being there. But what do you know? Never said I was intelligent. And then we're going to come in with the wood brown for the center area and the blemishes. Yes, popping out chat will do that as well. And I colored that the wrong color, so let's color this acorn here because that's the acorn on top of the leaf. So I'm using earth brown to color the bottom of the acorn with the sand brown as an underbase. And then we're going to use lava brown on the details in the acorn top. Yeah, you'd have to do it on a secondary monitor, especially if you're using a phone or a tablet. You wouldn't be able to do that. All right. Now back to the leaf. We're going to come through with the wood brown, and we're going to go around the edge of the acorn here and put in those shadows. Just going to put a little bit more of that darker color into the top area here as well. And then we're going to take this one, a bit of king purple. And then a little bit of orange. And then we're going to blend it all together with that sand brown on the edges. And a little bit of that yellow from the lantern. Same with over here, a little bit of yellow from the lantern, like so. And let's see. Excuse me. So we're going to do the other acorn here since we already did one. So we're going to start with earth brown. We're going to do this one properly. Not accidentally. This one, the lantern is going to show on the top area. So we're just going to take our dark colors, so earth brown and wood brown, and do underneath in the shadows. Then we're going to take mustard yellow and do the top here. Welcome back, Sue. And then sand brown down at the bottom. Like so. And then we're going to move on over to these mushrooms here. I'm going to sharpen my sand brown. The brown is going to get a lot of work today. Just saying. So we've got just over half an hour left. Well, about half an hour left. So hopefully we will be able to get this stump done and the mushrooms here. I was hoping to get a little more done today, but little tiny details. Little tiny details take lots of time, I suppose. A little bit more time than I thought it was going to. And then wood brown. So I use the sand brown coming through with the wood brown in our shadowy areas. This one back here has lots of shadow, leaving our lower areas for that lantern to hit. We're not going to hit a lot of yellow on these, but we are going to do lighter colors showing the light glowing. All right, now we're going to do our tops. So we're going to start with the dots. So I'm going to put the yellow around and over the spots. And I'll come back through with a white gel pen and reestablish those. But I'm going to make them a little brighter. And then we're going to take our orange and we're going to work around those. Sharpen this a bit. These are so small that I'm just going right over top of them. Like I said, I will come back through with the gel pen and make these white. Just extending out just past where I put the yellow with that orange. And then we are going to take strawberry red. And I'm just putting a thin base coat of it because I'm got other colors that need to go into it. And I'm just going right over everything. The yellow, the orange, and the blank spaces. All right, and now we're going to take our ocean blue and we're going to put in our shadows. Going right around the centers, right close to the line. I'm actually following the line of the spots as close as possible with the blue. Especially at the bottom of them. Yes, 84,000 tiny details. And then going back over it with the strawberry red. Bring in a little bit more of that yellow. Let's brighten up a couple of areas here. And darken up a few others. Like so. Just going to come in with a little bit more of that blue on that edge. Same with this edge here, coming in with that blue. Now this one here, the back side is going to be a little bit darker because the mushroom here is overcasting onto it, as well as the light is hitting it in the front. And then this strawberry red. And some of that mustard yellow in the front area here. Like so. Now this one way back here is going to be much darker all the way around. So we're just going to take that blue and we're going to go right around the entire top and sides. And then we're going to take that strawberry red and I'll come back through and I'll put those spots back on with a gel pen. And that's that mushroom done. Now we're going to do the stump here, which is a little person's house. There's little people looking out the windows. So let's start with our sand brown. And this is just going to be our base color. I know it's a lighter color. but it's not going to be the full color. It's just the base color. Watch out for that leaf there. It kind of blends in a little bit to the shapes of the bark. And watch out for the mushrooms there as well. And the moss down here, the moss plant, and the steps there. So many little details. Oh, I missed a plant there. And this mushroom over here, I will color the same way I colored those ones. There's another mushroom like these right here. So try not to color over that with your base color for your bark. Now I'm going to color this the same way I'm going to color that as a, well, this one here I'm going to color more as a shadowed area. So I'm going to just color it very lightly, but we're going to darken that a lot. All right, so we've got our base color down. Now we're going to go in with earth brown. And we're going to work from light to dark because I want that dark brown to stand out quite a bit heavier than the light brown, especially on this back side as well as underneath the edge here, because there's an edge that is going to be blocking quite a bit of that light, and this pumpkin is going to be blocking quite a bit of that light. It is quite a distance away, but there's still going to be a little bit of light getting up there. Not a lot though. So we're going to keep our darkest colors in the forefront. All right, now we're going to take our, how many pumpkins are on this page? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 pumpkins on this page. There are 14 pumpkins on this page. 14. Ha ha ha. All right, Alex, lurk away, dear. All right, now I'm going through with wood brown. Nice, Yana, nice. Yes, there's 14. Ha ha ha. Just in case Jan watches it later. Gotta put in the ah ha ha for her. For the count. The count. Yeah, they're not very big though. Now, if I was doing them all different colors, it might have been a little bit different, but I just did them all basic pumpkin colors. Again, I'm keeping that darker color prominent. And then we're going to go through with a little bit of this one, I think. Yeah, just a little bit of lava brown. And then we're going to go back over it with the sand brown, just to blend it in, like so. All right, now for the tedious part. And I am not going to go around each and every one of these areas um, completely. I'm just going to go through different areas and very quickly color through the different shadows that are going to happen from the darkness of the wood. Also with the type of wood it is and the darkness of the stump bark. I'm also going to come back through with some, I don't really have a good one, but was really hoping to get some sort of gray-green type of color. So we'll be coming through with some green and with the elephant gray, just for different areas to put a little bit of a moss green kind of look to it. You know, when you cut a stump and it sits for a while, obviously it's sat long enough for somebody to move into it, it's going to get a little bit of that gray green color to it. So I'm not being very particular or very detailed with the dark color. I'm just going through and putting in the little different textures on the bark. These long areas down here, I'm going to come in through here and darken that up from this root over here to this root. And darken it up behind this root and under the grass and acorns here. You see two. Yeah, just these two. And there's two up there, and there's more there and there. And I'll be going back through and darkening up those pumpkins as well. I did do the pumpkins on Saturday's stream where I showed how to do the pumpkins as well as how to do the grass. I did the grass, some of the grass earlier because I wanted to show how to do the grass under the lanterns to give it that glow from the lanterns. Of course, everybody does things differently, so if this is not helpful, then of course do it the way that it is most suited to you. Going under these leaves with some darkness. Going around the window here with some darkness as well. I don't blame you. I was out of it for almost a month, Jamie. So you being out of it for Saturday is way better than I was doing. That is the great thing about YouTube is even if you're out of it on Saturday, you can watch it over again when you are feeling better. And just for the fun of it, put it on double speed and listen to me talk really, really, really fast. Absolutely. Well, as long as you got some rest, that's all that matters. Get some rest and feeling better. All right. All right, so I'll finish that. Well, actually, I want to do around that window area, so might as well just do it all, get it all done. I'll do around the doorway. This is just very, very loose. Now we're going to come in through the under part of the doorway here, and I'm going to take that lava brown, and then we're going to take a bit of black, and we're just going to darken that doorway up, that alcove that the doorway goes into. And then we're going to take our wood brown again, and we're just going to finish that off. I'll do the back side the same way that I did the front side. The back side is going to be a little bit darker than our front side here because of it being further away from the light source. Like so. Nice. Awesome, Diane. Well, it was on Sunday. I didn't do it live. It is a recorded video, so if you want to go back and watch it, you are welcome to do so. And hello, Diane. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. I did see your comment on today's video. Thank you. I am feeling much better. Yeah, it isn't a live stream, so it's the readings aren't done live, so they are able to be watched whenever you want to watch them. I do speed color through them so that it lines up fairly well to when I finish the reading that I finish the coloring. So the coloring on the last one I wasn't quite finished when I was finished with the reading, so it has a little bit that doesn't show that it's colored, but I did color it. So again, just going through, filling in the spaces between the crevices of the bark and extending that out into the bark with the earth brown on top of the wood brown on top of the sand brown. That's a lot of words for brown. And I missed a part of the roots there. That's all right. I'm going to take that wood brown and just come in here. Fill that back in a little bit. Just filling it in. I'm just scribbling until I feel that it's the color saturation that I want. And remembering that I am going to be coming back through with the sand brown to blend it all together. So I'm making sure that I put enough dark colors down that when I come back through with the sand brown, it will just look like it's a glow off of the lantern, not a new cut log, tree. You know, just doesn't look like new wood, you know. All right, now we're going to come through with the green. And the green I'm going to put up here in little spots just to give it that mossy kind of look. And then we're going to take our gray and we're going to blend that down and give it that bit of green-gray look. Excuse me. Every once in a while I still get a bit of congestion, which does make me have to clear my throat, so I do apologize. I know, don't apologize for things that I have to do because, you know, they're natural, but I still don't want people to be sending me emails of, I can't watch your videos because you clear your throat and breathe. Coming back through here with that green, coming off the mushrooms with it. Yes, and those are actually things that people have come and messaged me. It's silly, but it does happen. All right, now coming through with the gray. And the first couple of times that I got messages like that, the people that were talking to me about it weren't trying to be mean, but then there are some people out there just trying to be mean. So I tend to apologize just because if I don't, I'm going to have mean comments. And I'm going to have mean comments anyway because, you know, there's just mean people out there, so. So after ads, you have to catch up on the video. I am sorry. Thank you so much for coming out, Joyce. I appreciate it. Yes. close your peepers. Get some rest. I am sorry, Jamie. Well, I was actually just saying that, sometimes you just got to clear your throat. That was it. Yeah, just sometimes you just got to clear your throat. I'm just babbling, Jamie. It's okay. Don't worry about it. All right, now I'm going to come back through with that sand brown. Are you leaving too, Yana? Did I miss you saying goodbye? Or saying that you were leaving? If you are going to bed as well, Yana, get some rest, and thank you so much for coming and hanging out. Hopefully I haven't missed you leaving. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm not going anywhere. Well, I guess I am going fairly soon. I'm going to finish up this side of the stump at least. I didn't realize it was that late already. See, you guys have preoccupied me, given me so much fun and entertainment that I didn't even realize that 2 hours have gone by. Probably why my throat's getting all scratchy. All right, so the rest of it I will do off screen the exact same way that I did this side. The other side is going to be a little bit darker with a little bit more of that red brown in it and a little bit more of the dark brown in it because it is on the darker side of the stump. Now before I go, do you want me to do the mushrooms here so that I can do them down here for the steps off screen, or do you want me to do them off screen? Because either which way is fine with me. And drink something and be noisy. Okay. Yeah, I understand. It's like I said, it gave me the option to either be minimal with it or maximum with it. I put it on minimum, so you should only get maybe one midstream, but hopefully it's not too annoying. Um, I don't think there's going to be enough here for a rainbow mushroom. These mushrooms are a little bit too small for that. Okay, so I'm going to come in with the wood brown under the edge here. I'm going to sharpen it. I'm going to zoom you in because, yeah, you are way far out. There you go. Now you can actually see the colors in the stump. Yeah, no, they're a little bit too small for rainbow mushrooms. We'll do a rainbow mushroom on a larger mushroom page. There are some larger mushrooms, so we'll do a rainbow mushroom on that. We got to do at least one rainbow mushroom on Karen's work. It just would not be the same if I didn't do at least one rainbow mushroom for her. All right. And then we're going to take our, let's see, what color do I want? Our earth brown. Just going to come in a little bit with it. And then we're going to take our gray. A little bit of earth brown in there. And then our gray. And then on the tops, actually we're going to take a little bit of white and go in here as well, just to dampen the color a little bit, make it a little bit milky. Then on the tops, we're going to start with our lava brown on the edge. And then we're going to take our camellia pink and do the tops. And then we're going to take a little bit of that ocean blue and we'll put the shadow in. Like so. We'll just come back with that red, make it a little bit brighter. There we go. Excuse me. All right, I'm going to zoom you out after I clear my throat here. I'm going to zoom you out so you can actually see what we've gotten completed. So I will go through and I will make these pumpkins the same over here. They're a little bit lighter because I only put the base coat on them. And I will finish up this part here. And then Wednesday we'll finish up, I'll do up the mushrooms the same way as I do here. And we'll finish up the berry collectors as well as the satchel and the bunny. And then we've got the background to do and the gate. So those will be done. 20 browns. Nice. The 150 set. I don't think I've seen the 150 set of Crayolas. I will have to look for those. Good to know. And they're a bit softer. Nice. That's always a good thing. So once I finish up this side here, like I said, it's going to be quite a bit darker on this side here. And we will add I'll add a little bit more green into this area here and up into here. But other than that, that part is going to be finished. And we'll have these three things here and the bunny, the gate, and then the background. And then this page will be completed. And then, of course, on Sunday, I will read chapter 2 and color. Trying to see if there's anything big enough to take up the time in the smalls, because each page has a small on it. Like there's a small here, there's these smalls here, and these smalls here. I might go through and just do each of the smalls and just join them all together because they're really cute, and make just a combination of all the smalls for the chapter because they're really cute little smalls, like the little mushroom houses and the owl and the moon, some more little mushrooms, our little fox friend, and our squirrel friend. and of course our froggy friend. So I will go through and I will color all the smalls, and then we'll choose between these two on Saturday on which one we're going to color for the week. And that's the joys of what we're doing for the rest of the week and into Saturday and Sunday. So hopefully you all are enjoying the walk through the Mystical Lands Chronicles, book 1 and 2. I did read the starting of this story in chapter 1, book 1. I have read the start of this book in chapter 1, book 2. I did color the Mrs. Thimbleton, and I did finish her. So in the video, you'll see that it gets stopped just about here. I did finish it. It just didn't fit in the video. All right, so that is the plan for the week. This week we are using the Milan colored pencils. It is a 24 set of colored pencils, and they are actually quite nice. With the Karen Myers Mystical Lands Chronicles, Book 2. All right, guys. With that, I would like to say thank you all very much for watching and for joining me, hanging out, and I hope you have enjoyed it. Of course, always remember to like, comment, and subscribe to any YouTube artist that you enjoy. Again, thank you so much, Wickabella, for rejoining our Pixies. And All Right Anime, thank you so much for joining us in the Pixies. Until next time, guys, thank you all so much for coming and hanging out. Of course, always remember to relax, color, and stay safe, everyone. Until next time, bye-bye for now.